Hello everyone, welcome to the Last Nevada showcase. I'm WalkablePenny,
I'm King Doverboy.
And I'm XDKD.
and this is the Last Nevada showcase. I've already said that. Let's just get on with it. So, let's go down the road here. So, the first thing you're going to notice as you enter Las Nevadas is the giant Las Nevadas sign. This is basically just what welcomes you to Las Nevadas. And as you can see, it is a modern styled city, as you probably got from the montage that I did at the beginning. You can also see the last tower right here, by far one of the tallest buildings in the realm, albeit, tall in comparison, it's tall rather than wide. We have a church to the left over here. This is basically so for people who are religious, because I'm also a religious person. Don't question me about that. And please don't argue with anyone in the comment section. But if we go to the left here, this is the restaurant. So this is where you can get all kinds of fancy food, such as burgers and more burgers. That's pretty much it. Yeah, and then if we go over here, you can see the nice little fountain. This took me a lot longer to make than you might think. And then over here, we have the nightclub. This is probably like one of the most, yeah, you guys love to like dance around the poles. It's kind of funny, but yeah, basically we just have music on and we just, have fun after like a coronation or something. This is basically where we'd spend most of our celebrations for various reasons. And then we can actually head all the way up onto the last tower, because you can actually go in it. There's like a water elevator that takes you all the way up, but we'll just fly the way up there. It's more cinematic. Yeah, there isn't really much up here, but it has probably the best view of the blimp with the Las Nevadas logo. And by the way, this is inspired by the Las Nevadas of the Dream SMP, so you'll probably get some of the hints from that. But yeah, anyway, let's jump off. Oh god, I'm going to miss the water. Ah! So if we go down the path this way, we have the outdoor swimming pool. Yeah, I don't want to get my clothes wet. Thank you very much. The whole area, by the way, is lit up, which is why we're doing it at nighttime, because you just get like the full scenery of it, and it's just really cool at night. It's not as cool during the day. This is the barn. We have way too many cows.
You're going to get more cows later on because of the variants later on.
Yeah. And then if we go over here, we have the slime factory, which actually works. This used to be a nether portal, but I got rid of it. But yeah, it actually works if one of you will hit the button.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's because it's on peaceful. Yeah, they don't spawn on peaceful. But yeah, there's supposed to be slimes that spawn and then they go up to the top and then they die and then they give you slime balls. It's an infinite slime ball farm, basically, but obviously with cheating command blocks. And then over here, we have the football pitch, which Demon King built, and we've got a little firework display set up here for whenever we, want to do bonfire night or celebrate New Year's. This is basically what we would do. So then if we head back over here, we have the UFO. This is probably one of my favorite parts of Las Nevadas. If we head up to the top. By the way, Las Nevadas is by far the biggest area, so that's why the showcase is probably the longest. And we head over here. We'll check out the casino last, so yeah, stay tuned for that. But here we have the London Eye. I figured I'd at least add something British in here since I am British. And Demon King also helped me out with this, because creating a perfect circle in Minecraft, not easy, but somehow we managed to do it. I'm not gonna lie, this actually is it's a pretty good circle, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. And then over here, we have the Las Nevadas roller coaster, 5 emeralds per go, and basically you just go around in a minecart. But yeah, we won't show that off just yet, but yeah, it's got a bunch of crazy things going on. We have the cinema. This place you also have to pay in order to enter. I believe it's 5 emeralds per ticket, and you can actually go into the main area. Unfortunately, we don't have anything on because it's, well, Minecraft, and I still need to update the chairs. Over here we have, so this is something that Demon King built. Levy apparently is living in there at the moment.
Not my proudest build.
Yeah, not your proudest build. This is the Emperor Skylder's sort of retirement home. In fact, that is exactly what it is. It's a retirement home for Skylder. really nice, and it fits his style. Here we have the pyramid of something. I don't know. Has a little tomb down here with some guards. Yeah, don't question that. And then if we go this way, it's a maze. And I completely forgot the direction I'm supposed to go. So yeah, that's the pyramid of Las Nevadas. And then over here, we have the throne room, because each of us has a throne, and apparently my seat is missing, because the furniture add-on got updated, apparently. But this is based on the Eternal Throne from Star Wars The Old Republic. If you play that game, you probably know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you have no clue. I'm not going to bother explaining it, because it takes forever. And then, over here, we have the volleyball net. That's for chickens to spawn, because we play the game with chicken. But yeah, I would spawn a chicken here, and then we hit it over, and it would basically work like that. Obviously, there's a huge risk of the chicken actually dying, so... But we just figure it out from there. But yeah, this is the beach front. This is by far the... I think this is this the only real beach in the realm?
Yeah.
I think it is, yeah. This is the only real true beach, yeah.
And then if we head down here, down the Golden Gate Bridge. The Golden Gate Bridge is probably one of my favourite creations in Las Nevadas, simply just because it's so iconic and so well put together. It's genuinely so good. And here we have my house, which is far too complex and probably needs to be updated, let's be honest. It's kind of outdated by now, because I built it like months ago. Yeah, I need to build a better house. I'm always about building better things. As you can tell from the fact that I've literally built an entire city in, I think it was like 2 weeks I built most of this stuff. Then if we head back over here, we have the podium. So this is where people can put on performances and stuff. So this is probably where we'll do the outro. And then over here, we have the hotel. You can rent a certain floor for a certain price. Obviously, you know, limited. There are limited floors, so if you want one, get one quick. And then over here, we have the tallest building in the entire realm. The Jedi Tower, which is inspired by the Jeddah Tower in real life that's currently in the process of being built. But yeah, this is still in work in progress. I still need to figure out what I'm going to do with the interior. But once I do, that'll get done quite quickly, hopefully. This is, I think this is Demon King's house.
Yeah. Another one.
Never really got finished, to be honest. And don't mind that over there. That was built by someone else. And then here we have the power supply of the city, because obviously, you know, the city does need power supply. It's supposedly staff only. It's run by an AI. And this is what's known as a fusion reactor. Again, I'm not going to explain it, because you should just look up what it means online, to be honest. Much better for online to explain that. And keep in mind that I'm constantly getting new ideas and just adding them to this area. So if you want to share something in Las Nevadas or help build something, you can, because I'm always coming up with new ideas for this place. Anyway, it's time to finally look at the casino. By far the main pillar of Las Nevadas, even though it's not really a pillar in comparison to others. And if you recognize this style from Grand Theft Auto 5, you can kind of see where I'm going with this. And if we head inside, it's pretty much the Diamond Casino, as I said. So right here is a supercar that you can actually go inside of. This is like a winning prize for if you spin the wheel over here, which you do, you know, covering your eyes. Over here we have the bar. So this is basically just run by me, where I give people drinks for a certain price, maybe emeralds. It's basically how the business runs. This is obviously the wheel that you'd spin for either, you know, that supercar, or you can just get a ton of emeralds. Here we have the poker table. Here we have some arcade games. Here we have the horse race from GTA. And yeah, if we head up the ladder to the top, and I'm just going to blow out. Again, one of the best views of the entire place. You get a really good solid view of the place from up here, to be honest. And obviously we have an upstairs pool. I just got my clothes wet when I said I wouldn't. More chairs and stuff, and just to kind of relax and just kind of, you know, enjoy your day. Just watching over the front of Las Nevadas, and Demon King just fell off the edge and broke both his legs. And this guy is not supposed to be here. You're in the wrong era, buddy.
Oi, buddo. Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, kill him. You're not supposed to be here.
I was gonna give him the ban hammer.
Oh, you're gonna give him. And yeah, that's pretty much Las Nevadas. Much like the other areas, there's a lot to see, but it's all kind of, you know, kind of big in this area. There's a lot of stuff, and it's quite spread out in my area. So yeah, thank you all for watching the showcase of Las Nevadas. Tune in next time for the next Admin Land showcase, which is probably going to be Super Yoshi's. I'd have to guess, but I'd imagine we'll probably figure that out at some point. But yeah, thank you for watching. Give me a like, subscribe, as I say in my own videos, which link in the description if you want to see that. And yeah, signing off for now. Peace.